My name is Sandra Nicolaias, and I'm the President and Artistic Director of Chamber Music Charleston, and welcome to tonight's virtual concert. We feature our oboist, Zac Hammond, in a solo recital tonight, and be sure to come back next Monday as we feature a duo with violin and viola by our very own Ben and Jenny Weiss. We hope you enjoy the concert.
Hi everyone, I'm Zac Hammond. I play oboe with Chamber Music Charleston, and you have tuned into my virtual recital. When Sandra contacted me with this idea to do a recital online for everyone, I thought this is such a good idea. We can play for all those people who can't hear us live right now, and then maybe even play for people that don't normally get to hear us. And then that thought was followed by, oh crap, I have no idea how to do a virtual recital. That's not necessarily something I'm used to doing, but like everyone, we're adapting to a very different world. And I've actually had so much fun over the past couple of weeks putting this together and kind of learning some new skills, and I'm really excited to present what I have for you guys. Like most musicians, I am still desperately craving playing with other people. The oboe is an instrument that I think works best in a chamber group or an orchestra with other people. So to get myself by, I've been recording chamber music with myself. And what you guys heard right before this was an excerpt from the third movement of Beethoven's Trio for two oboes and English horn. One of my favorite chamber pieces, and actually you're going to hear more of it on the rest of the recital. But first, for solo oboe pieces, I'm going to be playing Telemann's Flute Fantasia. I think he wrote 12, and I'm going to be playing his third. It works really well on oboe, and they're just these kind of colorful Baroque show pieces that are very fun to play. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you enjoy. So what you just heard was an excerpt of the first movement of Beethoven's Trio for two oboes and English horn. As you can tell, that was recorded quite a while ago. I'm just in the t-shirt. I was just at that time figuring out how to do the chamber music thing. I sort of liked how it turned out though, so I included it for you guys. The next thing I'm gonna play for you, actually two things, are these two etudes from the FERLING book. This is a famous etude book that all oboists will encounter at some point. These are my two favorite etudes from it. It's his 28th and 29th. They're in C minor, I think. And I have a funny association with these two etudes. When I was a high school student, they were used as an audition piece for something. And I remember I was up in my room and I was practicing them. And my dad, who is a big Mel Brooks fan, was downstairs watching the movie Young Frankenstein, which is a hilarious movie. If you haven't seen it, you have to go see it immediately. It's a classic. So I came downstairs while he's watching that, and he was absolutely convinced that I was playing the song from Young Frankenstein. There's a scene in there where a woman plays the violin to coax Frankenstein's monster. And I wasn't. But actually, I went back and listened. They sound a little similar. And regardless, I will forever associate these two etudes as the Young Frankenstein etudes. So what you just heard was the second movement of that Beethoven trio for 2 oboes and English horn. I think it's my favorite movement. It's just gorgeous, and I cannot wait to play it with someone other than me, with a real trio of oboes. The next 2 pieces I'm going to play for you guys are actually from a father and a son. I decided to pick my favorite movements from CPE BACH Sonata for solo flute, and then JS BACH Partita for solo flute. I'm playing a lot of solo flute repertoire on this, but he wrote some great stuff and oboists love to steal it. So the first thing you'll hear is the first movement, the poco Adagio of CPE BACH Flute Sonata. And then I'm going to play the fourth movement, the bourrée anglaise of JS BACH's Partita for flute. These are just really fun pieces that I actually have noodled around with for years, but never really performed, slightly because they're technically flute pieces. I think they work well on oboe. I hope you guys enjoy. So I just have one thing left that I want to share with you guys. It's actually another piece of chamber music. It's a duet from my favorite book of duets that I have. They're all oboe duets based on arias from Mozart's operas. I play them with students very often. They're very fun, and oboists kind of love them. This particular one I'm going to play is the Queen of the Night aria from the Magic Flute, maybe Mozart's most famous aria. I can't take total credit for this idea. Eugene Izotov, who's the principal oboist of the San Francisco Symphony, released a video years ago of him playing this duet with himself, and I thought that was the coolest thing ever. And if I ever had time, I would try to record it. So this is my version of it. Let me also just say I hope everyone is staying safe and figuring out what to do with themselves in this crazy time. I wish I could be performing for you all live, and I hope we can make that happen very, very soon.